2.9. Speak on it. Good morning, afternoon, depending on where you are. Today, Mr. Davis and I are pleased to have some young people here to speak on it. Some young people that are involved in one of Mr. Davis's programs at one of his schools. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking because I really want them to have the opportunity to address issues that a lot of young people have and a lot of older people seem to not quite understand. I hear all the time, well, you talk about young people problems, but young people ain't at the table. Well, we got 4 of them at the table here, but they represent 70. That's just at one school. They'll talk about that themselves. They'll tell you about their grade level. They'll tell you some things. And I'll tell you this much. They probably can speak for their generation better than a whole lot of other people that's running their mouth. So I'm going to shut my mouth right now and be like the lion and just roll and turn it over. The first person we have here today is tell us who you are, what school you go to, and whatever else you want to tell us, baby girl.
My name is Kacie, and I attend Austin College Career Academy, and I'm a senior.
My name is Joshua Fitch, and I attend Austin College Academy Career, and I'm a senior.
My name is Dajane Leverston. I'm a senior. I go to Austin College and Career Academy.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Centeno. I'm a senior. I go to Austin.
Well, y'all welcome. And Mr. Davis.
Harold Davis, Executive Director of the American Program for the Auditorium Beautification Project.
And why don't you tell us something about that, Mr. Davis, and then we have the young people to express what they are doing and how they are progressing in that program.
Basically, we attempt to introduce them to 5 of the trades, welding, carpentry, flooring, drywall, and sanding, working with wood. And so and flooring also. And so we try to, how I got involved with this was I was doing some things for CPS in reference to, we would do double periods where if there was some issues at some schools, we would go out there and try to nip it in the bud, but we always did our programs in the auditoriums. And we found out that we couldn't use the auditorium. It was based on years of neglect, accidents that happened in there. Hundreds of seats may have been taped off, and seats were missing, backs were missing, rod irons sticking up. And so we went to Michael Scott and said, you know, these programs we do in the auditorium, we're not able to do. And so I asked Michael, would he be interested in allowing me to come up with a proposal to train young people in the trades and to attempt to teach them and get them interested in working with their hands. And so he said, put together something, gave them a proposal. They gave us money to do 12 schools. We did 24. And so from there, you know, we started doing the program 2005. From 2010 to 2014, we didn't do anything. Administrative changes back and forth. Had to fight to get back in. And so now we're back at it again, and just happy to be able to train young people and give them the opportunity to work and to show that our young people, given an opportunity, they can succeed and they will do what they need to do to move forward.
Yeah, and I have to agree, Mr. Davis, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to work with the young people at Austin. Actually, I was in Austin back on the Harold Washington's program the Chicago Innovation Network back in 1986. Then again in 2004, and now it's 2017. Some of the parents and some of you all was in a program, not the trades, but the attitude piece way back in the day. And one of the things that we referred to this program over in the auditorium, Mr. Davis, is life skill development and job skill development. And what I like for you all to do is just start where you feel about what you're doing at the school. And then Mr. Davis and I, we'll kick in here and there, but we just want to know, how do you feel about this opportunity that you got to work 3 days, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week? You don't have to tell folks how much money you're making because they're none of their business. But you know, you're doing all right. I think you're doing all right. I told y'all that. All right, who want to start? All right, baby girl.
I feel like it's a good opportunity for a lot of us, because especially for the boys, keeping up with age, because you know it's a lot of killing going on, and I feel like it's just not working. It's helping us like find out who we is, like, because the conversations me and you had, like reading them books, like I was shocked because it was telling me so much about myself that I knew and I didn't know, and like making money, having a little pocket change up in our pocket, so we won't have to ask our mom, or our parents, or anybody for anything, and just like learning how to do stuff on our own.
And I commend you on that, because I think it's clear a lot of time young people at your age want to be independent, and I mean it is what it is. Yeah, with your hand going up.
Me? Yeah, I was going to piggyback on what Kacie was saying. Like, this job, it sets us in a group, far as in like different schools and stuff like that all together. And like people, like being in the Austin community and how much violence that goes on, people want to know, they gonna think that's just a disaster right there.
Right.
They setting it up for a disaster, but right there, we actually working together. We actually meet new people. We making sure everybody be safe. It's like we making connections with people, but far as in like, if you need anything, we here. Add me on Facebook, like that. It's like, I feel like it's a good thing, and I'm thankful that it was brought to my attention. And plus, I make money, and my mama need money or anything, I got it, I'll give it to my mama, stuff like that. I just like that this job gave me an opportunity to do that.
And thanks for sharing that, because how many schools are involved in that auditorium? Do any of you all know?
I think 8.
8 West Side schools in one auditorium.
Yes.
Anybody know the names off the top?
Michelle Clark,
Foreman.
North Lawndale, Douglas, Foreman,
CCA,
Melody.
Lawndale,
Melody, and Manley.
Marv.
Yeah. Eight real live West Side schools, 70 young people, same auditorium. We ain't had one argument, have we?
No.
We ain't had nothing at all. And it seemed like everybody been going to the same school all the time. I can't tell who's who. But anyhow, young man or Rebecca, whoever want to go next.
You go if you want.
I think it's a great opportunity, and I appreciate it. I think the program helped me, help build character and, help, people be more disciplined and have leadership, and us to all learn from each other, help you cooperate with different people that you don't know. I also think that it do help people do something positive too, like everybody like to make money. I think it's safe to say that. And, I think it helped, everybody, get to do something positive and keep people out of trouble, because there's just so much going on, especially in the Austin area, with all the killing and stuff going on. And, we all lost a good friend this year. And, I think something like this would have been real good for him to experience and be around. I think he would have did. I think he would have loved it. So, yeah.
Well, that's why I would think, Mr. Davis know better than I, but I would think that that's probably one of the reasons he put forth the effort to do what he had to do to make this happen, because Lord knows it needs something. Rebecca?
Okay, sorry. I really like this program because, like he was saying, and Nene was saying, yeah, it do keep people off the streets. It help people out. Like, for me, instance, I like being independent. My mom raised me, like, to get it on your own, you know, not to, like, always depend on people. So that's what I like this program, because, for one, it teaches a lot of things. It keeps kids off the street, and a lot of kids are working together, and it's just like people will think, oh, well, it's just going to be nothing but trouble. They're just going to be fighting. It's just different schools, because, yeah, there was conflict with different schools before, but actually working together and getting to know them and just, you know, was we're basically showing a message that it's not all of it. It's like you could actually work you could actually work in the same room with different people.
That's right.
And get to know them.
Yeah, and I think you all demonstrate that. And I think one of the things that, you know, I remember when the first pay, when you got your first check, I remember just saying to you all that one of the things grown folk really don't like is ungrateful kids. And I don't want to use the word challenge, but I'm going to use the word challenge. I challenge you all to take a piece of that money and do what with it?
Share with your elders or, you know, your guardian, your parents.
That's right. And did any of you all do that?
Yes. I did.
All right. And tell me, how did you feel, and how did the person you gave some of your money to react to you doing that?
I'll go first. I was like, I came up to my mom. I was like, yeah, Mom, I get paid on your birthday like that. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, here go $30. And like, she looked at me like a surprise, like, my daughter just gave me some money. I never think my daughter give me some money out of her own pocket, stuff like that. Like, it was just something new, because I never had really like had a job for us, and if I had $30, I could give it to my mom. Little nothing. But I'm just saying, it made my mama feel good. It made me feel good to like share with my mom, because I know my mama worked hard for me and all my brothers and sisters, and it just helped her, it made her smile. So that was good.
See, Mr. Davis, that's why I'm glad you took time to come here today, because, see, although you created one piece, but in that one piece, it's some life skills. Like, and you should have heard some of the stories that have come out of some of those kids with their grandparents and this and that. And like, Nene, why you got me calling you Nene? What is your name, girl? The other name?
Amma.
Yeah, based upon the day of the week you was born.
Yeah, I was born on Saturday.
So your name would be what?
Amma, right?
Amma,
yeah.
Historian, the library. Now, you're right. You know, the parent don't expect it. But by you doing it, you change the culture. Feel me? And that's what we trying to do. We want you all to become the change agent. All right, who was next?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dejanae Amon, when she said there are 8 schools and they're working together, and people, the adults said it's a disaster about to happen, but y'all said no. And when you look at the issues that these young people deal with, Austin had more murders than any community in the city last year. They're leading this year already. Over 500 people shot in Austin, over 100 murders last year. And when you look at the things that they have to go through, unemployment around 80% among teenagers. In Chicago, in the last 5 quarters, which is a year in this first quarter, the unemployment among black men is the highest in the country. And so when you look at the unemployment among black men in Chicago, for the last 4 quarters, is the highest in the country. And you got young people in Austin between 60 and 80% unemployment. And then we give them the opportunity to give them a job. And they say, it's 8 of us, 8 different schools in here working together. We ain't had any issues. We become friends and we're learning basically how to work together. I think in terms of that, the biggest thing is that they can unify. And long before adults can, because adults have these problems, not these young people. And I'm just sitting here and in all dark and saying that the future is bright.
Yes, it is.
I mean, when I look at these young people and look at what's coming out of y'all mouths, the future is bright.
It's true.
I mean, there is a future. And regardless of what people are saying, and we have 5 zip codes that all these crimes happen in. Austin, North Lawndale, Roseland, Inglewood, and West Humboldt Park. 16,000 black men came home this summer, and 75% of them had to go back to their mother's house. And they come back to issues where there are no jobs. And so I'm just honored, Doc, to be able to work with you and ask you, would you be interested in coming on? And Austin just seemed like a perfect fit for you. And trust me, y'all gonna learn a lot from him. I've learned a lot from him. I mean, I've been sitting on his mentorship for about 20 years. And so y'all gonna learn a whole lot from him. And y'all are blessed to have this type of leadership. And we're blessed to see the potential in what y'all are actually going to be and what y'all going to do, because y'all going to do great things.
So true. It's so true. All right, Rebecca, I see you about to pop. Come on with it, girl.
The question was,
how you felt and what number one, what day was you born? Who were you?
I was born a Saturday as well.
Ain't that something?
I know. For me, I gave my mom half my paycheck because she needed it. We're going through some things right now. So I had no problem giving it to her because, I mean, my whole life she raised me by herself. I mean, I shouldn't have a problem giving her something because she basically, I have a roof over my head, I got food on the table, and she put clothes in my bag. So I shouldn't have a problem doing that. So that's why I gave her half my whole paycheck. Then I saved the rest. I'm going to get emotional, but like he was saying, I totally agree because where we come from, it's like, if you really look at Austin, it's like you get tired losing your friends, your family, and then had to go to visit funerals after funerals and seeing your loved one just get buried 6 feet deep. It's not something that you want to see.
That's a terrible situation that young people, seniors that is, and that's what you see. And already at 18 and 19, you carry the burden of a cemetery, and you're seeing many of your friends laid to rest. And that's one of the things I'm sure Mr. Davidson knows that helped him with this process are looking at. How do we help you all see hope and get past what we see? It is what it is, but it don't have to be. And all we got to do is just listen to you all and look at you all. But we can feel the emotion. We can feel the tears in the depth of your souls because of the fact that you shouldn't have had to deal with that. But you deal with it, and it is what it is. All right, who's next? Okay. Kacie.
Like giving my mom and my relatives money was never a problem. Like anytime I get some money, I give my little brother something. Like that's my everything, cause you know he the baby. So you feel me? Like he not an outsider. He a game head. So he like snacks and games and stuff like that. So I give him $10 here and there. And like my mama, like I treat her to like a pair of shoes or get her eyebrows and nails did or whatever. But like like you was saying, like in our community, like we losing so many close ones, like up in the beginning of October. Like the end of October, all us lost Raekwon. Like that hurt a lot of hearts, even the teachers in the school. And like I feel like that's pushing me to go out and do better, like, cause he's supposed to be here with us, and I feel like this opportunity right here would have been nice for him. He won't have to be outside at that time of night trying to get money or trying to do what he doing. Feel me, like, and like.
But it's good. You did great, baby girl. All right, brother.
First, I want to thank Mr. Davis and Dr. Maalik, for this whole opportunity. I want to thank Mr. Kelly and Ms. Reynolds too.
And who are those people you just mentioned?
My principals.
Oh, okay.
Ms. Reynolds and Mr. Kelly.
Okay.
And I was born on a Monday. I'm a Kojo. I honestly feel like that, like this whole opportunity, I feel like it starts with us. I think, like he was saying, we the future, and more positive things and more positive role models is going to influence more young people. People, they get wrapped up in what's around them and they don't see above and beyond because they so used to one world. Like the world is bigger than what we see every day and it's on another scale from what we see. So I think this a real good opportunity for people to find themselves and, learn something different about themselves. And then with the 4 different job skills, as far as, playing, working, or having a job, or even hustling. Like hustling could be anything, Hustling could be doing hair or, cutting hair, selling clothes, selling cars, Working is something you have a passion for. I think you have a passion for what you did, for us, because it was for us. That's what it was for the young people. We is the future of our nation. Whatever we do gonna determine, what the younger people under us do. Having a job, doing something just to get by, like, working at fast food restaurants or stores, and then playing. Everybody not gonna make it playing. Everybody not gonna make it, just playing sports or be the greatest at. But that's another way to make money. But I think, for the most part, it'll work better around working and having a job. That's what a lot of people career gonna build around because, being the next star is 1 in a million. Even if you're great, everybody just don't make it. So. I just see past, it's another world from what we see every day. I think it's another world. I think you should want to go far. I don't think you should get wrapped up in Chicago or the killing around you because everybody live a different type of life in a different world. Some people live in Chicago and they don't see what we see. They see downtown and they see job opportunities. We don't see that because we stuck in a box.
Right. Now, hell of a thing. Mr. Davis, go ahead on.
I think that was an excellent analogy of what he described, based on the opportunities and the lack of opportunities. Because there are no black businesses or hardly any black businesses that are willing to hire. I mean, most black businesses, 89% of them have just one employee. It's just somebody opening up something and they operate it themselves. And so, but when you look at the fact that what I keep hearing is that, when Rebecca said that she gave her mother half a check, and Dejanay said $30, and Sister Kacie said she always gives her family money if she has it, and it don't take a lot of money.
Right.
A lot of these young guys are out there, selling packs, and all day and not making $50 and putting their lives on the line. And one of the things that I just heard them all say is that they're tired of losing their friends and going to funerals. And I mean, when I was in high school, I think we went to one funeral, and that funeral was a young man that got killed in Algill Gardens. But some of y'all have been to 10 and 12 and 20 funerals. I mean, this year alone, I went to 3 young funerals, and this is just February. This last week, I went to Willie Woodard's funeral, 15 years old, was killed up in Roseland. No witnesses, no suspects. And 5:30, he's walking home, and somebody decided to kill him. I mean, I know y'all saw the Facebook thing with the 2-year-old baby, the young lady and the young man, and that week alone, there were 4 people in the black community around the country that did Facebook Live and were killed. I mean, that happened in Chicago, but it happened in 3 other states at the same time. And so these young people should not have to live like this. I mean, they should not have to live in terms of afraid to go out, or I keep coming back to, she said there are 8 different schools working, and kids coming from 8 different schools, and y'all getting along.
Right, from different areas.
And from different areas, and that's unheard of.
It's true.
Because you got young people say, I can't go on the other side over here because so-and-so and them over there. I had a tow truck driver tell me Monday, I had when we was out there Monday, I can't go past California. I mean, it's a grown man. I mean, he said, I can't go past California. Where you going? You know, he said, if you going past west of California, I can't go.
That's crazy.
And this is a grown man. And so the adults are perpetrating a lot of the nonsense that you guys are having to deal with. And so, you know, like I said, I'm just honored, man, to be here and to see the hope and see that the future is very bright. Because when I look at y'all, and I'm satisfied that we're leaving the future in y'all hands. Because of all the things y'all been through, y'all still see some hope. And that's kind of impossible, you know. That you guys are still saying, I go through all this every day, but I'm still lingering on, and if we're able to give y'all that hope, I know that Doc got all of y'all, all 7 of y'all, you know what day y'all was born. And so y'all are starting to know and learn about who you really are. And so you're going to be surprised to find out that you got some things inside of you didn't know existed. And so I like to say, I'm just happy to be here and to sit with you guys and be able to get an opportunity and wish we had another 100 opportunities we can give. But like I was talking with brother before the show, and he's interested in the Iowa City program. And that's a good program. And he said he would like to go.
Right.
And so we're going to make sure if you want to go, guess what? We're going to send you. Because we talked about the salaries with the wind turbines, and that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
And so, like I said, so I'm just happy to be here and just honored to be with y'all, and anything I can do to help, you know, I'm like Doc, you know, I'm here.
And see, now I want you all, and I want you, Kojo, tell us a little bit about what you experienced in sanding and painting, and then I want you all that has actually developed the HR. See, part of this is a serious process. They start off doing one thing, but we see 5 or 6 other jobs that one project has made in that auditorium. And we have been able to work with Ms. Brown, who is actually at central office, to do all of the everything. But when she needs the payroll, well, let me just be quiet and let y'all explain that when the time comes. Tell us how you feel about the sanding and the other process, brother.
I mean, it's a teamwork thing. It's a wrong way to do something, and it's a right way. With the sanding, we had to scrape a certain way, for certain parts of it. Like the chair, you had to scrape from up and down, and when the back, you had to
go with the grain of the wood.
Yeah, you know, and then from that part, you know, that made it be a lot of dust, and you know, and trash was around, so it needed to be swept after that. You paint, after you paint, you know, you might waste some paint. It need to be mopped, you know, so that's how it had worked hand to hand, and then you had to paint a certain way too. Mr. Mike taught us how to tread, and you know, we had to tread around first, and then we had to get the little roll, you know, but I think it's fun though. I actually do like the painting part.
And think about it. Put it out. Let me just be cool. You all to be thinking y'all running something. Top of time, she's trying to tell me to sit back and all that. Tell us about how you all feel, because I know Rebecca had said that she was interested in HR, and you all had looked at your names and the day you was born, and you found out that some of the compatibility of this information was what you already wanted to be, but now you see that, I can be. Who gonna run with that? Rebecca, go with it.
Okay, what am I talking about?
The HR piece.
The HR basically, we make spreadsheets for the payroll. We do the timesheets. We do discipline, and then if they like go against the rule, we have to deduct their check or something, or like they don't work one day. So that's what we basically do. For me, HR I want to do because I don't know how to explain it. I guess people could say I'm bossy.
Yeah, you are. It's true.
Okay.
But it's not a negative. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. There's some pros and cons. I mean, I'm bossy. I just I like things certain ways, and it's like I've been working before, so I know how the rules are. So it's like if you don't follow the rules, I mean, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. It's just that's how the way of life. You actually have to look at it. That's just life, period. And then I know I like doing resources. I mean, sometimes you have to you deal with sad situations, but you got to be tough in that spot.
Now, I want you finna say something, Kacie? Tell me about that situation we had when you all kicked out or kicked off the pure jury process. How did you feel dealing with dude when he had violated? How did you all do that? Tell me about that.
You want to talk about that?
Oh, I'm part of HR. So we first got the rules out because everybody got that paper. Everybody signed it. I feel like you should have went against the rules because I don't go against the rules, so you shouldn't either. So ain't nobody getting ain't no cutting no slack for nobody. So we set them down. Everybody in HR came around. I mean, we had to ask them like, how do you feel about the situation? What do you know that you did something wrong and that you know that you have to have a consequence afterwards? And we let him say his side of the story. We say, oh, I was hungry and I had to go get me something to eat. I'm like, everybody in here hungry. I mean, I wish I could just go get me something to eat, but in a real job place, you just can't do that. So we had to tell him, we went over the rules. We was like, this rule say you should not leave at the auditorium unless you want break, unless you ask your supervisor. Your supervisor said you couldn't go. And like after you tell them that, us as peers, we come together like, what should we do? Should we just send him home? Clocked out when he left, 6 o'clock. Oh, you left. Them other hours gotta go. Or should we just say you out at that? Because you want to come back at us like we're doing something wrong. We're trying to keep you going here. But you can't just keep violating the rules and making us look bad. We're trying to do something good, not bad. So it was hard doing that far as in like, because I know, when I get hungry, I want to get something to eat too. I don't want nobody to turn me around either. And like being as a peer and like I know he want to make money as me, I want to make money too. So I'm like, man, I'm going to cut you with a slack. I'm just going to cut you off from this day, from that hour that you left and come back tomorrow with a new mindset. You can't do this again though.
And I was impressed with how they ran it. I mean, they was probably more rigid than Mr. Davis or I would have been, but they was absolutely right. You read the rules, you signed the rules, we discussed the rules. You violated the rule. Now, but Case, you were trying to advocate for dude. Tell me about that.
Cause at the same time, like I knew if it was me, I would want a second chance too. And everybody make mistakes, but at the same time, he heard when you told him not to leave. But I ain't want to be. He understood the rules and he cool, but I felt like if the other boys got like they let them off the hook, he shouldn't be the only one punished for it. Punished for it. But he still had to be punished, even though they weren't with us. But as a group, we all together. But they got different supervisors. Right. So you his supervisor, you told him not to go. So he definitely got to get punished with whatever we get him. So I ain't want to overdo it, but I felt like he deserved a second chance because he was selling his soul. And I just know if it was me, I would want a second chance too.
And we honor that because we all do need a second chance. And I think that's the other piece. I want you all to break down that whole concept about teamwork. You know, the whole process. Who want to tell me about that? The T, whatever, how you spell team? T-E-A-M? Break it down for me.
T is for teach. E is for empowerment and encourage. A is for advocate, and M is for mentoring.
Now, that's how we try to do that. And what we got on the table is every day there will be somebody from every day, based upon your life purpose, your character, of Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. So each team will have 7 people on the team. So it should be easy for Kojo to keep what? Peace. It should be easy for them to keep the record. And then it should be easy for her to know how to organize. Dude, these are the things we're looking at. And these are the things, Mr. Davis, that we trying to get established. And these young people seem to be grasping it. And we really empower them. Like when Ms. Brown asked, what y'all call that? taking the pictures of the,
scanning.
explain that, since my telephone wouldn't do all of that.
Because Ms. Brown, she was asking for to take a picture of the payroll and our timesheet. So I had took a picture of the payroll and then the timesheets and all that stuff that we were for that week. And then I sent it to her, letting her know this is the timesheet, this is the payroll, this is what we got the money, thank you, we appreciate it. And then that's when she was like, thank you. It was a big help to her. So that's what I was in charge of.
Yeah, that's empowerment. Right. That's teaching. That's advocating. That's mentoring. So, you know, it's more to it. To those that's in the field doing this, we hear the word mentoring a lot. We hear this, we hear that. But the truth of the matter is, we talked about how you all want to be treated. Do you want to be pushed? Do you want to be driven? Or do you want to be guided? Your finger went up, baby girl.
You say how we want to be treated.
How do you want grown folks to deal with you? In a work situation, in a life situation, how do you want us to address you?
I feel like you got to give to receive respect. It just you don't treat nobody any kind of way and just think they just gonna respect you.
But I'm grown. What up with that?
But I feel like us as young adults, we know the limit. But I don't feel like y'all can just talk to us any kind of way. I feel like being disrespectful to your employee is not right. Period. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you should guide us and teach us. Don't disrespect us. Don't be rude about it. We just like. I just feel like we should be guided, and if you want respect, you gotta give it. Yeah. And we wrestle with that. Go on, Kojo.
I feel like we should be guided as well. I also feel like, I mean, just because someone is an adult and you're a teenager or whatever, I don't think it's that much of a difference. It's a big difference, but we equal in a sense as well too. Like, my opinion is just as equivalent and important as your opinion. I feel like that's the big problem, like with this generation and day and age too. We should be listened to, but we should also be willing to listen. Because someone who is more wise than you or have more knowledge than you can be able to tell you something that you don't know, or you don't have to experience everything to know it's right or wrong. You should listen. So I feel like it's a respect level with adults as well. I feel like with authority, I feel like you should listen to them and be willing, but it's a way you do something. It's a way you could upset someone or make them think something way different when you don't mean it that way. Right. Depending on how you did it or how you said it. So I agree with Kacie when she said, we should be guided, but depending on what it is, we should be pushed as well, because that's life. Life hard. Life, you're going to be pushed. It's not going to always go your way. You're going to fall. You're going to have to get back up. And you got to be mentally strong to deal with that.
Well, I like it in him, Mr. Davis. I like it in him. I mean, folks be talking. That's because they don't know. Exactly. Y'all making music. Y'all bringing it home. Now tell me this. This is another thing grown folks be thinking about y'all. Sometimes y'all be acting like y'all entitled, man. Y'all act like y'all privileged, like you just cause you here. We all supposed to bow down. Somebody tell me, are you all entitled? Are you all the privileged generation? What's up with all of that?
What you mean by that?
I don't feel like.
Yes, give me.
I don't feel like it's a gimme type of thing. I feel like we're entitled to a piece of the world fast and making ourselves there. Like, I feel like, okay, if you're we don't need to receive anything. We just need to be a part of the world as far as in I'm making the world better. Not as far as in I need this, I need that. You got to give it to me because you my mama and you shouldn't have had me or all like that. Right. No, I don't talk to mama. I know my mama. We scribe it together. We grind it together. So I feel like if I go to college and do what I got to do, I'm going to make my peace in the world as far as in making the world better, be dreaming, thinking bigger than what society going on around me. If I focus more on me and my priorities and how we're making my family and us grow and everybody else as a community grow.
Yeah, I feel like us as being young black kids, a lot of people don't feel like we gonna make it or we gonna do it just by going to college. They make your family proud, right, regardless, you know. And you know they always down us young black kids. Yeah, saying because you know we always out on the street, we not gonna be nothing. Then you know it's hard to get a job out here now. It's easy to go anywhere, Indiana, somewhere you get a job, easier somewhere else. Like it's like they stereotype like we. I don't know how to put this. I don't know how to explain it, but like we get.
Take your time. Just say what you feel.
We get labeled for like I don't know how to put it, but like yeah, Josh, help me out.
Are you talking about like when like one person selling drugs on the thing, they think all black people are like that?
We got to sit here.
So they label everybody as well. She gonna do drugs. She do like all
Josh,
that.
like he got a lot going for himself. He play ball. He real smart, but you like the way he play, you wouldn't think of none of it. Like my brother, like I call Josh my brother, like. He got a lot going for himself, and I hate when he go outside and say he could be doing this and that when there's different routes he can go. Like it ain't like being out. Like I just when Mr. Davis was telling him like giving him that opportunity to go to Iowa State when he said he was undecided, I told him to take it because like opportunities like that don't come around every day, and it's not nothing. It's not. We realize losing so many people. It's not nothing out here for him. Like. He need to take the opportunity and fly with it.
Now, I noticed that, and then, Mr. Davis, I noticed you do this a couple of times, and I want to bring this to people's attention. You know, it's amazing how she's reaching for the black male. She's feeling our pain. She's saying, look, he need to go, because we might not have it that good, but we got it better. We want you to go get something because you can be safe. That's a hell of a thing that society has allowed our children, our grandchildren really, to be put in a box. And I'm not talking about that box. I'm talking about a living box. But it is encouraging to see that you all ain't burning down. You all ain't broke. And when that piece of you are the world, that actually means you all. I mean, you all are the world. You all can make it be better, and it will be better. Don't think that this thing about Trump and all of that, please, they don't need that. All they need to do is give Mr. Davis some more money and give us some more kids, and we can make this thing a whole lot better. They don't have to send nobody here to do none of that crazy stuff because it don't call for that. All it calls for is opportunity. Mr. Davis, you say what you got to say. We got 5 minutes, y'all, and then I want you all to say the last words. Sum it up the way you see it, because it's really been nice and refreshing just sitting here kicking it with y'all today.
Well, I'm just, like I said, I'm honored to be working with you, with the young people. I'm honored that they accepted the opportunity. I mean, it's not so much as, you know, that we gave you something, you accepted it. And more so than that, and I'm more honored to see the insight and wisdom coming from young people that like they said, people want to say they're all the same and categorize them, and they're not. I mean, there's wisdom that has come from these 4 young people that the average adult or elder wouldn't even know, and because they do prejudge them, and I'm listening to, you know, the unity even at the house. I mean, what they say, we all working together, you know, working to help our mothers. And one of the things that we all know, that father is absent, but not always by design. Father's absent because a lot of times men feel if they can't contribute, then they don't want to come around. And so, you know, but in most time, young people, they just want the time and attention from a parent. It ain't always got to be about money. But like I said, the future is bright, and with them, I think, Doc, that the future, that we put in the future in your hands, and that you guys are going to do great things. I mean, it's just the beginning. And it goes to show you, if you just give them an opportunity. I mean, all you guys need is an opportunity, and look what they've done with it so far.
And how long we been over there? When did y'all start working?
Just January 25th was the first day.
So y'all been doing this for less than what? 30 days. And see, okay, finish it because we run out of time. What would be your last words, Kacie?
Thank you, Mr. Davis, for, coming up with this idea to help a lot of kids our age to help make money. And I'm thankful that I met Mr. Maalik because I feel like I could talk to him. He taught me a lot of stuff that I didn't know about myself. And, I feel comfortable talking to you. And you push me. And, my mom, she pushed me too. And my friends, my brothers, I always look out for my brothers because I know, in these streets, it's just a lot going on in these streets. And, me, I'm I hang out more with boys than girls because, girls, a lot of drama. Yeah. But, I love my boys to death. And, if anything was to happen to them, I go crazy. That's why I'm telling them, if it's an opportunity, take it. And, my principal, Ms. Reynolds, Ms. Boyd, everybody at my school that's pushing me, thank you.
Boy, that was nice. Go on, really cool.
I want to thank everybody, too. I want to thank you, Mr. Davis. I want to thank you, Dr. Maalik. And my principals and them again, for selecting me for this opportunity. I think it start at home. I think we are entitled to, needs, and we are entitled to opportunities. I honestly do. Things that you want, I think you should strive to get it. Nobody gonna hand you nothing. Yeah. If you want it, you have to go get it. You gotta work hard. You gotta put the time in. You gotta be smart. You gotta understand. You gotta be willing to sacrifice. And I feel like I'm grateful for the opportunity being here. Help me learn, help me look at things differently. It's a way, it's another way. I think people get trapped in their head that it's not another way, and that's not true. I think Kacie was trying to stress that we stereotyped a lot, and stereotypes, but once you put things out there and lead people to believe certain stuff, they actually do believe it after you telling them so much, and that's what they become, and I think it's all set up. I don't think that people should make it be that way. You can't let nobody tell you what you can't do or you this and you just that. No, you got to dig deep and learn about yourself. And, that's what Dr. Maalik helped us do, learn who we really are and what we stand for and what our mission should be in the world. So,
thank you, y'all. I think they're telling us we ain't got no time. But take 10 seconds apiece and maybe we can get through this. Come on, y'all.
Well, I'm just thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have a time to talk and have perspective on teenagers. And the only thing I could actually say is keep scribing. Keep doing what you got to do. Whatever teenager in positions and far as in us, coming in the community and bad community that we are, we still matter and we still are entitled to be something and be great. So
that's
thank
right.
you.
I'm next. Okay. I want to say thank you and thank you for everything. This program taught us so much. It really did a lot. It's it shows that we're not what people say we are. We want to make a change. It starts with us to make the change in our generation. And I feel like it starts with one person.
Right. Mr. Davis.
Hey, I think, Doc, thank you, and thank all the young people for their efforts, and I keep coming back to the future is great, they're going to do great things.
And they are. See that? And for those of y'all that don't know it, this here, they did this. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This is them. They just, bam, come do it, and here they are. And we salute. Until next time.
Always macho. It is good. Not that.
There's a choice we're making. We say It's